Problem 4.32 on page 143. In this particular case, we're asked to do a linear regression equation based on the 4 weeks of data that we have, the number of guests, and the bar sales for this little bed and breakfast. So in this particular case, you go to chapter number 4, you pick simple linear regression. The number of periods of data is 4. Change the period to week. We're going to go OK. So you have week 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, the tricky part of this is determining what is the period or what is the demand. In this particular case, the period is the number of guests. The number of guests, the more guests you have, typically you would expect the higher the bar sales, not the other way around. So then, for every guest will generate so many dollars of bar sales. Companies use this all the time. So the demand is $330, $270, and $380, and then finally $300. Number of guests were 16, then 12, then 18, and then 14. What you have here, all right, what you have is, in this particular case, that the intercept, the y-intercept, is $50. So if there were no guests, you still have $50 worth of bar sales. Now you say, how is that possible? There's no guests. Because not everybody who goes to the bar in this bed and breakfast is staying at the B&B. So this is people who just walk in off the street. They're not staying there. So you still have sales. But for every person who stays at the bed and breakfast will generate $18 in sales. So in this particular case, so with no customers, you have $50 in bar sales. But for every customer that, or guest, I should say, for every guest generates $18 of sales. So there's a couple of ways to do the forecast. All right. So in this particular case, we can simply put in the 20 here, and you would have $410 worth of bar sales if there's 20 guests. And where you get that would be, I'll show you so you'd have $50 plus 18 times 20, which is, if you do the math on that, that's 410. So the y-intercept plus the slope times in this case, the number of guests. So you just put the 20 in the dark shaded area in cell C16, and it will do the calculation for you.